Do you have one of those days when you're really in the mood for a warm, ooey gooey chocolate chip cookies, but don't want to go to this bakery or you don't want to make a big batch of cookies at home? Well, this is the recipe for you. This recipe makes exactly one cookie. Yes, you heard it right. One 4-inch cookie. It is delicious. It uses very few ingredients. Uh, Really, in equipment, the only thing you need is a bowl and a fork. That's all you need, and then, an oven to bake it in. But that's all this cookie needs. So come along with me as we bake our, I call this an emergency craving chocolate chip cookie. So come along and bake this emergency craving chocolate chip cookie with me. So to make my one chocolate chip cookie, yes, you heard it right, only one chocolate chip cookie, I need 3 tablespoons of flour. This is 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, a pinch of baking soda, and a pinch of baking powder. I also need 1 tablespoon of butter, softened. So I just microwaved it for about 15 seconds so it's nice and soft. And then I need 1 tablespoon each of brown sugar and regular sugar, white sugar. So 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of white sugar, and then 1 tablespoon of butter. I'm going to mix these together. This doesn't even need anything extra. I'm gonna just use a fork and mix all three things together. So I have my 2 sugars and my butter, and just using a fork, I'm going to just mix everything until nicely incorporated. One thing I am going to add is just a splash of vanilla, just a splash. That's it. That's totally optional. I just like the flavor of vanilla in a cookie, so I just added that splash. Right, and now my mixture is ready to take the flour mixture. So to this butter and sugar mixer, I'm adding half a spoon of milk, half a tablespoon of milk. I'm going to cream this together and then add the flour mixture. And that's this right here. That's it. I mean, seriously, look how tiny everything is. There's very small, because it's only going to make one cookie for that chocolate craving. So when it hits you, you can make one cookie. All right, so let's cream this together and add the flour mixture. Okay, I've added my flour mixture, and now I'm going to add my chocolate chip. Now, normally I would use the regular size chocolate chips, but I don't have any. I just have this mini chocolate chip. These are mini. And so I'm just going to add 2 tablespoons of that. The amount of chocolate you add is totally up to you. If you like it very chocolatey, add a little bit more. If you don't want as much chocolatey, although who doesn't want it that much chocolatey, right? Then add as little as you want. And then this is semi-sweet. You can also add milk chocolate, or you can also add the dark chocolate. So the type and amount of chocolate is completely customizable. Another thing is totally optional, is adding some kind of nuts. So if you want to add the little walnuts or almonds, you can, or if you wanted to make it just a pure chocolate chip cookie without any nuts, then that's also completely fine. I might add a little bit of walnuts. I do like the taste of chocolate and walnut together, so I'm going to just add maybe 3 or 4 walnut pieces. All right, so I've added the flour, I added the chocolate chips, and now I'm going to just mix everything. Okay, I just added like about 2 big walnut halves, and I just broke it into pieces, and so that's what it is. Now I'm going to just mix everything. So you want this dough to be soft. If you feel like it's too dry, you can add just another splash of milk. If it's too sticky, you can add a little bit of flour. But I think with the proportions I used today, it's just perfect. So I'm gonna roll this dough into a ball and then bake it in my oven. I'm preheating the oven to 320 Fahrenheit. So 320 Fahrenheit. Okay, so let's put this on a baking tray and bake our one cookie. And my one cookie is ready to bake. The most important thing I forgot to mention is that this recipe uses no egg. So if you don't have any eggs, or if you don't like eggs in your food, then this is a great chocolate chip cookie recipe because it has no eggs. Just butter, sugar, and flour, and then the chocolate. All right, so let's bake this. I'm gonna put the timer on for about 14 minutes, and then at the 14-minute mark, we'll check and see how it looks, and if we need to, we can add a couple more minutes. So I'm gonna bake again this for about 14 minutes at 320 Fahrenheit temperature. My 14-minute timer just went off, and looking at the cookie, I feel like I need to give it another 2 minutes. Okay, so my cookie is looking good. I'm gonna turn the oven off and let the cookie stay in the oven for about another minute. And our cookie is done. Our one cookie for a chocolate emergency. So when that chocolate emergency hits, you can bake this cookie. It's a great looking cookie. And when it cools down in a bit, I'm going to break it and show you what it looks like. Okay, and here is our cookie all nicely done. It has cooled down slightly, so I'm going to break it and see how the middle is. Very soft. Baked beautifully inside. So the recipe makes one 4-inch cookie in diameter, so just one cookie. So when that chocolate craving hits, and you don't want to make a big batch of cookies, make this cookie. Let's give it a try and see how it is. Oh, wow. This is such a good cookie. Wow. What would I do differently? Absolutely nothing. It's a really good cookie. Um, I really like the mini chocolate chips. So I think I might switch, and instead of putting the regular chocolate chips, I'm gonna now make this with mini chocolate chips. I do like the walnuts in there. So please give this a try. It's a really good cookie recipe, um, and I highly recommend it. If you like this recipe, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also hit the notification bell, and please share this recipe. Have a great day and enjoy the cookie.